The Foreigner stars Jackie Chan, Pierce Brosnan, and is directed by Martin Campbell, the dude who brought us things like Casino Royale, GoldenEye, one of the good Zorro movies. He also made Green Lantern. And in this movie, Jackie Chan is a father of a girl who gets killed in this terrorist bombing. And so Pierce Brosnan is an Irish, he's some kind of government dude at the head of something that is supposed to be investigating it and finding the bombers and dealing with the matter. Jackie Chan thinks he's not handling it properly or possibly shielding or protecting the actual bombers. Jackie Chan sets out on a path of revenge and vengeance and justice. So Jackie Chan's out for revenge and vengeance for his daughter, and he's going after Pierce Brosnan, and a lot of asses get kicked and a lot of crazy stuff happens. It's an action revenge movie, but there's a lot of espionage, because the truth is Jackie Chan's character is it's not necessarily a minor role, but he comes into the movie and then he disappears for large portions of times, where it's a lot of Pierce Brosnan and just his whole government back dealings and the twists and turns of what his story is and what he's actually going for. Plotting that goes around Pierce Brosnan's character was interesting, and it is a lot of that. Jackie Chan shows up to kick some ass and get revenge, but it's a lot of Pierce Brosnan and his character. So it was surprising to watch the movie and realize it is basically two lead characters, more or less, and they both have a certain amount of moral ambiguity about them, because Jackie Chan, he's doing it for all the right reasons, but he does some questionable things at times, and then Pierce Brosnan, he's also doing some questionable things, or may be involved in some things, and then he'll give you reasons why he's not such a bad guy, maybe, perhaps. And this is probably career best performances for both Jackie Chan and Pierce Brosnan. Pierce Brosnan I've seen in the Bond movies and a few other things here or there, but not a whole lot, and this is by far some of his best work. As an Irishman, I think of him as James Bond, very British, very suave, and in this, he's got a harder edge to him, and he's really good. He's really fantastic, actually. And then Jackie Chan, he's like the epitome of fun, lighthearted action comedy. The guy's always just a pleasure to watch because he's so pleasant and nice and fun. And in this, dark, depressing, very understated. It's very different for Jackie Chan, very dramatic, and I appreciate that a lot. It is by far some of his best work of his career, because it's so drastically different to anything I've ever seen him do, and he does it really well. It's a whole new side to Jackie Chan, and it's a great one. I'm happy to see it. It's wonderful. He has a particular set of skills that he will use to get revenge for his daughter. It has Taken vibes slightly, just that Jackie Chan has some skills that he can use, even if he's a 60-year-old man at this point, and still kick a lot of ass. And Jackie Chan, 60 years old, he's going in there, and he's wonderful. The hand-to-hand combat, the gunplay, all this and that, the mix-up of different action, the stuff he's doing, you buy it, because Jackie Chan just has those skills that he can whip out and doesn't even have to use his fist. He'll use a towel, he'll use anything. Any object is worthy of beating your ass with, and in this he'll use guns too. That's something that I think historically he never did a lot of. He was always a hand-to-hand dude. He's like, I don't want to do guns, that's whatever. And in this he'll use some guns too. I might have made that up. I thought that was a true fact. I don't know. That might have came right out of my ass. But yeah, he's 60 years old and you buy it. The guy can just sell it, and it's very much, he's a vulnerable type of hero where he can kick ass believably, realistically. He takes a beating every time, but he can come out on top believably and still be vulnerable, and you're worried for him, oh, this might be too much for him. It's very gritty, brutal, and violent, much like Martin Campbell's Casino Royale movie. This is where the action feels like it came from. That sort of Bourne-esque type action, but better filmed. It doesn't need to have the jittery editing and camera work. It's just quick-paced and brutal, but really good, really well done. Martin Campbell definitely brought his A game. His Bond experience of doing good action in those, he brought it here and it pays off. It's really good, entertaining, badass action. And then the story, just the interweaving story, the weird, what am I trying to say? It's like a web of deceit and twists and turns. I feel like there's a word that I'm just forgetting. So I'll lay here until I think about it. You ever have that where you're trying to say something and the word just isn't in your head, so you're like, what am I trying to say? My brain doesn't work. It's broken. God damn it. Yeah, it's actually a tightly written script. It's very interesting. It plays like a TV show almost. I feel like a House of Cards or something like that, where it's very political and the political games that go on and the backdoor shady secrets people are doing. Pierce Brosnan's in with all this stuff like that. Yeah, what are words? But that's Brosnan's thing. Jackie Chan shows up to kick ass. Brosnan's dealing with the fallout of the whole situation, trying to craft it and work his way through all this stuff that's going on. And when they act together, they're really good. They play off each other very well. And they don't actually a lot. A lot of it is Pierce Brosnan on his own, and then Jackie Chan will show up and just blow me away. So yeah, I really like The Foreigner. It's great for what it needs to be. It's not some Oscar movie or anything. It's a very brutal action movie that takes a beloved action icon like Jackie Chan. It's like, we're gonna have dark and gritty Jackie Chan. It's not that, yeah. It's a pretty interesting political thriller revenge film, and Jackie Chan and Brosnan are both career best performances. Fantastic action by Martin Campbell, just a really well directed, shot movie. Looks really good. It is very dark, it's very bleak. I say, like, it's a fun movie, even though it's like, yeah, it's depressing and there's not a lot of levity to it, but it's still, like, there's fun to see Jackie Chan doing this stuff. It's everything the movie needs to be and a little bit more. It even overachieves for what it needs to be, and it's just a pretty great movie. I would give The Foreigner a B+. It's an excellent film. I definitely recommend you check it out. Comment below if you've seen it. Tell me what you thought of it, and thanks for watching. I'll see you guys later.